running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
If you want to run the ball up the middle, you're going to have to block that guy. I mean, nobody even touched him, and he slanted right into the backfield, made the tackle for loss.
Now facing a 3rd and long. They'll keep it on the ground to the right. He stopped at the 27-yard line, needed a little bit more to pick up that first down, and now they have a decision to make. So the offense is going to go for it on 4th down. Trying to do it on the ground. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on down.
And how about the defense coming up big on 4th and short? You know they're going to run the football. Great job stacking the box, getting the big stop.
First play of this drive comes from the 27. Release to the back. Makes the catch. It's Frazier. That one's sort of like a shooter in basketball, just needing to see one go through the net, isn't it, David? Just get a completion to your guy and pick up some yardage.
Build some confidence, because your confidence throwing the ball over the middle of the field and in tight windows, probably not at an all-time high, but...
Oh, he's got some space. Tackled at the 43 after picking up 10. Offense lines up for a 1st and 10 from the 43. Finds his man. It's Branch. Ball is loose. He picks it up, still on his feet.
That is a nice break for the offense. Man, those are plays that you don't think about down the road, but those are turnovers. If they just bounce a little bit in the direction of the defense, you're so jacked up. You create momentum, juice. It could change the game. That's a great break for the offense.
And the Bulldogs in a good spot here with 2nd and short. They go to the ground. Oh, gives him the tough stiff arm.
And that wasn't a big game, but look at the offense. Right back on the ball, ready to call a play, ready to go fast.
To the ground to try to move the chains. They make the tackle, but he's got enough to give Georgia a 1st down. No huddle offense to the line.
Well, when you've had the day that this guy's had so far, why not hand it off to him on 3rd down, right? At this point, you're almost basically expecting him to find a way to pick it up, and he does exactly that. This guy has been a monster all game.
Got a man. It's Branch. He'll go out of bounds, and he steps out right at the 8-yard line, and this offense is in business. Makes the grab. And he'll be run out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage. Not a very productive play there. The run up the middle, looking for the score. Oh, it's loose. Once that ball was loose, offense didn't have a chance. Defenders everywhere. It's a turnover. Well, guys, Ohio State has the lead here. And they've built a comfortable lead after 3 quarters of play. Let's take a look at how we've gotten here. And we're just about ready to go with the final quarter. Final stands of the game, and we'll start with the 1st down. Now they'll run it to the right here. Keeping it on the ground, trying to create a little space, and he was stopped in his tracks at the 3.
And when you're down later in the football game, you got to start taking some chances, and that was a beautiful run blitz. Great job playing with probability, understanding it might be a run to run some clock, and they guessed right, and they make a big play for this defense.
Give to the running back. And the defense expected the run, and they got it. No gain. He just gets it back to the 2.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
Fires to the big fella. That's not quite going to be enough as they stop him 4 yards short of the marker.
And you got to love the versatility of the big fella. You can put him in the box and let him block big defensive linemen, or you put him in the slot and you throw him the football and have success.
He just wanted to get it out of there from his end zone. He'll field the punt and try to make a big play. He's got great speed. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. When you're playing from behind, you can't afford to give it up the way they did the last drive, David.
No doubt, you cannot give the football away. Again, turnovers are the biggest stats in winning and losing games. You're behind, Palmer. Take care of the ball, but we got to go get a score here.
Yeah, and they just got to do a better job executing. I like the game plan so far for them, but they just need to go out and do a better job connecting the dots.
And they're able to shove him to the turf as they stop him for a short gain. The Dogs racing to the line in the hurry-up. To the air. It's Stockton. Complete. Open space at the 25. And they explode on that one, and they've got it down to the 22. Finally, some signs of life from this offense, which has done nothing in the second half. It's 1st and 10. Pulls it in. It's Branch. And it's a fumble after that huge gain. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. They didn't get much done the last time they had it, and to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Into the pile, maybe got one. He stopped at the 21. Timeout called here by the defense. It's the first one they've used this half. The give as they work on that clock. And this defense has its work cut out to get this dude on the ground. He was shedding serious tackles on his way to picking up the first. The officials stopped the clock for the 2-minute timeout, and the offense is that much closer to victory. And they'll line up from the 31 on 1st down. They'll move the tight end. Gonna run it. It's Jackson. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. Well, they called that an ISO play, and it was isolated for a loss.
And they try to isolate a linebacker inside and really run the football right at you, right down the middle. But you better move those big defensive linemen out of the way and create some space. They didn't do it. And you can tell that's why the ball went nowhere.
Across the 40, out of bounds at the 41, and a big pickup has this offense on the move.
These are the ones in the stands where you get booed if it doesn't work. Why would you run the ball on 2nd and long? You stink, OC. Or you get the big applause and you're like, yes, nice job. Keeping the manageable 3rd down situation. Good call. So tough spot to be in 2nd and long. Nice answer, nice run by the running back.
And the Buckeyes will line it up on 1st and 10. The give to the tailback. And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground. They can really be aggressive after that last play. It's 2nd and 3. Power football with the run. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense.
It's a great play there by the defense, stopping that run. But now with less than a minute to go, you've got to use your timeout. You got to try and conserve as much clock as possible to give yourself a chance to win.
This feels like 4-down territory, 3rd and short from the 40. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the 1st down. Quick timeout call by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. They already have a comfortable lead, up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on 4th down. Going for the marker on the ground. And he was able to run through a tackle, and they finally get him, but not until he picks up the 1st down. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. He fought him off for a while, but that's what they mean by gang tackling. The Buckeyes want to move quickly. They'll go to the ground. Breaks into the open. He'll be pushed out of bounds just short of the end zone, and that one saved a touchdown at least for now. And while this game is all but decided, the offense's job is to score. So they might try to score again. They're trying to barge in. And he gets it back to the 4-yard line. No farther than that. No gain on the play. Can the defense stop them again on 2nd and goal? And he is stopped. Not getting close to the end zone. Line of scrimmage still at the 3. They'll run it on 3rd and goal. And they'll pick up just a few on this run, and that'll bring us to the end of the ball game.